South, Black, Latino, and Native American. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit get inactive, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that. That shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that back. Shit go. Right. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that. That shit go. Right. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that. Right. That shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked for my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Whether anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before
that shit go.
Nah, for real though.
If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that. Right. That shit go.
Nah, for real though.
If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that.
Y'all about to put me out the South right stuff. Move that song. Move that song. Move that song. The Father we fear. The Father we fear. Yahweh. Israel.
Shalom Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover, and it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends, because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.
All right. Shalom, man. This is the ISUPK, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class, man. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabarakatah to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Latamba Shem Yahweh Shad to the Akwati, man. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, man, you know, we're gonna be talking about some of the things going on in the earth, man. Mostly this you know, touching on some brief things, you know, as far as going on between, you know, everybody don't know about that Epstein files and the Iran and you know, Israel, the war, the things is going on, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the main thing is, man, in the midst of all of this, you know what I'm saying, it's like what are we focused on? You know what I mean? Are we still, you know, focused? You know what I mean? As of lately, man, you know what I'm saying, we done seen a couple of brothers and sisters fall out the truth, you know, during this time, at a time like this. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And if you're not staying focused, man, even with all of these things going on, you can still get influenced and pulled out. You know what I mean? Because you know, you don't let the things in the world, you know what I'm saying, distract you and pull you out the truth. And of course, a lot of our brothers and sisters, man, that's basically, you know, what they focused on. You know what I mean? Even in the midst of all the signs of there, you know, the end of the world, you know what I'm saying, the end of this society, all the signs are there. But still instead, man, you know, we focus on everything, man, except for what we supposed to be focused on. You know what I mean? So as for us that's in the truth, you know what I mean, this is just a reiteration and just a reminder, man, and an encouragement, you know what I'm saying, for us to stay focused, man, and keep pushing, you know, stand steadfast in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Uh you know, I can't really see you know what I'm saying, the comments, you know, but you know, and the brothers, okay, I see him now. Shalom, how about you? Got also Yabakar checking in, man, from Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, got Trooper McQuarrie Yala, Shalom, how about you? Checking in from Richmond, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? We got Trooper Ayak, man. Shalom, how about you? That brother checking in from Rice, Virginia. You know what I mean? Faithfully. Okay, we got the Atwaf Shakar, you know what I mean? The rib of Trooper Ion Pequot checking in from Rice, Virginia. Shout out to them out there in Rice. Hope all is well. We got Sister Bazara Ka, you know what I'm saying, checking in. The rib at property of Officer 50 Yabakar checking in from Norfolk, Virginia. Shalom, sis, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay. Yeah, the water, bro. Most high Christ, you know what I'm saying? Most high Christ, man, you know what I mean? Most high Christ. All right, got Wafana checking in. Shalom, Yahweh Shemala Thamba Shema Shah checking in from Norfolk, Virginia. All right, shalom, sis. All right, all right, okay, all right. Well, you know, while everybody rolling in, you know what I'm saying, we know the usual, you know what I mean? I'm shout out, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, everybody, man, in the truth, you know what I'm saying, holding on strong, doing their thing, you know what I mean? Captain Nadazat Nashah, also Uriah Shemaf, you know what I'm saying, also Mutaz Kara, also Yagada, you know what I'm saying, Officer Shemagaba, Officer Yabakar, you know what I'm saying, Trooper Ayan, Trooper McQuall, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the brothers and the sisters, man, and the sisters, you know what I'm saying? Atwa Fraya, Atwa Fana, Atwa Dabara, you know what I'm saying? Atwa Azaraka, you know what I mean? Atwa Shakal, you know what I mean? Shout out everybody, man, for y'all continue Hadasa, you know what I'm saying? All the sisters, man. Y'all sisters been staying very diligent, man, you know what I mean? And very strong, man. You know, and give yourselves a hand clap for that, man. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? You know, but yeah, man. So okay, yeah, so we're gonna go back to some bed rocks how we usually start off. How do we know you know uh I kind of how do we know that we love, you know what I'm saying, the children of God? What's our verse on that, man? First John, uh yeah, well, I know y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? Put it in chat. We know that we love the children of God, and we know that we love the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? As you know, keeping His commandments. You know, I'm gonna go ahead on and read it. 1 John 5 and 2. By this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because if we keep his commandments, man, you know, we stand focused at a time like this, you know, trying to hold each other up, man. You know what I mean? And things of that nature, man. Verse 3, for this is the love of God, man, that we keep his commandments. You know what I mean? And his commandments are not grievous, you know. Uh, right, man. You know, his commandments are not grievous. At a time like this, we got to stay strong, man, and keep the Most High's commandments, man. You know what I mean? And that's how you show the Most High that you love him. You know what I mean? That's how you show that you love your brother and you love your sister, because we know within these commandments, man, they tell us how to love each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, not like the world do. You know what I mean? We don't do the things to each other that they doing out there in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? And they out there, you know, unaliving. We're not gonna be unaliving each other, you know, fighting each other, man, and hating each other, you know, things of that. And they talk about each other, you know what I'm saying, behind each other back, man, sleeping with another man's woman and all of these different things, hollering about, you know, she chose me and this and that. But you know, it's so crazy because here it is, man. We at the, you know what I'm saying, we at the end, you know, you can clearly see it, man. And these are the things that our people are giving into, man. You know what I mean? And that's why it's so important for us to continue to stay in the truth, not just for ourselves, you know what I'm saying, but to continue to try, man, and wake up our brothers and sisters, man, out that deep slumber and that deep sleep that they in, you know. You know what I mean? I mean, all the signs is right there in your face, and here it is, man. Only thing we worried about is the things that's, you know, going on social media, you know what I'm saying, and taking vacations and still trying to get generational wealth. And this place is, you know, about to go down, man. We investing in this place, you know what I'm saying? So that was just the main thing, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to bring about tonight. But we're gonna get a little bit too, man. And we know it's synonymous with brotherhood, you know what I mean? Uh Anybody could put it in the chat, you know, but you know, for time's sake, so we could get started, man, you know, sisterhood, man. You know what I mean? It's synonymous with brotherhood, and right now it's much needed. It's gonna be much needed, and as times go on and if things get, you know, a little bit more harder, you know what I mean, we're gonna definitely have to utilize each other, build up our faith, you know what I'm saying, to keep going. So yeah, we got this Iran, man, US war going down, man. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, let me grab a scripture, see where I want to go at first, man. See where I want to go at first. You know, see where I want to go first, man. What's going on? All right. Revelations 18, man. Let's go to Revelations 18. Right now, we'll just do chapter 4, man. I mean, verse 4. It's lucky. 18 and 4, man. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, right? My people, that you be not partakers of her sins and that you receive not of her plagues, right? You know, and when they say come out of her, it don't mean to go to some other country or things of that nature. This is a basic milk scripture for a lot of us now, you know what I mean, here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's saying take your spirit out this place. Take your spirit out this place. So why would we need to do that? Okay, let's talk about it, man. We got this war going on over here. You know what I'm saying? America tried to come with the excuse with the Iranians killing their own people and things of that nature, which, you know, that was their business, you know. And before this war started, the big thing in the news was what? The Epstein files, right? We found out that, you know, these devils, man, you know what I'm saying, is you know, drinking blood and sacrificing babies and doing all type of, you know, evil in the earth, right? Doing all type of evil, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was the big thing. You know, Donald Trump was supposed to have been in those files, right? So Jeffrey Epstein, man, it was believed. This is not nothing concrete that, but that he was working for the Israeli government, right? And it is believed that, see, Donald Trump supposedly did not want to go into this war, but it's believed that he had that maybe Netanyahu had some information on Donald Trump. Donald Trump wanted to keep things quiet, so he went on ahead and agreed to the war, man. You know what I mean? Israel, Netanyahu been trying to, fight with Iran for 40 years. He been trying to, because I mean, Iran is the opposing country in the Middle East right now. They got the Gulf states, right, which are pretty much allied with the United States. Israel wanting to be able to control that whole area, man, and that's why Israel, annexed, came over there back in 1948. They say that area was ruled by the Palestinians before 1948. They took on the identity of, being Jews, being Jewish, right? Took on that identity. They steal everything, identity, land, ideas, everything. You understand? They're not original about nothing because we know they never had a home. You understand? They came out the clefts, of the rocks, man. You know what I mean? And just began to steal and be the devil that they are, right? And as Israel came over there, see, the America always wanted to have a stronghold, in the Middle East, right? And what you got to realize is that Israel and America is the same. They are two of the same, man. You know what I mean? And it's believing that y'all who brought America, you know what I'm saying, into this war. You understand? They began to they struck Iran. They done killed the leader, the supreme leader over there. His son took over the regime. It's believed that he's been hit as well. They fighting the war. Iran got short range missiles. If they had long range missiles, some of those missiles might have actually hit over here, but by them, they are bombing Israel, and by them bombing Israel, that's just like them bombing America. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, they bombing the Gulf countries as well. That's allied with us. There was United States bases, things of that disarm, the American presence. You know what I'm saying, in the Middle East, right? You know what I mean? And a lot of these countries also may feel a way about it. They may not have been alerted, you know what I'm saying, that America was going to do these things. And it's affecting a lot of things, as we go on to unravel, the things that's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll continue to, unravel this situation, man, this report. And if anybody got anything, just add it on. You can add on. And, we can talk about it, man. But these are some major things, man, that's going on, in the earth right now, right? You know what I'm saying? And the thing of it is, this war, man, is going to affect us if it continues to go on, right? And in a way as such as the war is being fought right now with the Iranians, right? They're using drones and short-range ballistic missiles. Okay, these drones are very cost effective. It didn't cost that much to use these drones, and they're doing some damage over there. They're doing some damage. And anybody know about these Iranians, right? They were the Persian and Medes. You know what I'm saying? And the Persians was a very, very great nation of people, man, that ruled during the time. Many of y'all ever seen the movie 300, man, talking about Artaxerxes. That's who these people are today, man. Your so-called Iranians, right? Let's go to Jeremiah 51 real quick. I'm gonna go, as I talk, I'm gonna just, pull the things that come to my mind. I'm gonna just pour these scriptures, some of these scriptures, man, and fit this lesson in, man. These things that's going on right now is heavy, and that's why, we redundantly, talk about it. Because it's something new happening every day. Just like even today, I seen that it's supposed to be some ship out there, right? No TSA personnel is currently being paid. Right. That was one other thing. It's so many intricate pots, you know what I'm saying, that's going on, man. You know what I'm saying, with this situation, man. I also heard that it was a ship, you know, right now that may have troops. So they talking about going in on the ground, you know what I'm saying, and to the you know, Iran. Trump trying to make it like everything is all good, right? But it may not be as good as they trying to make it. You understand? Let's go Jeremiah 51, man. Grab a few scriptures from Jeremiah 51. This whole chapter, man, is talking about the fall of you know, America, Babylon, you know, and things of that nature, right? Yeah, it's starting to heat up over there in the Middle East, man. It's definitely starting to heat up, man. And you know, there's other things going on too, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, other wars, other countries involved, you know, in wars and things of that nature. They also Israel, man, I tried to infiltrate uh Lebanon. They trying to gain you know, territory in Lebanon. So the Hezbollah, which you know is you know, the Lebanese is fighting with you know, Iran. The Houthis, they haven't, you know, come in yet. China and Russia supposed to be supporting the Iranians. You know, they done got into the war. You know what I mean? Everybody being pulled into this war, man. You know, everybody being pulled into this war. Now, there's also some more very, very intricate parts, you know, to this puzzle. You know, we'll get into it. Jeremiah chapter 51, man, verse 1. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Most High, behold, I will raise up against Babylon. Most High said he's going to raise up against this place, man. You know what I'm saying? And against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in the midst of, you know what I'm saying, Babylon, man, you know, that rise up against the Most High going to rise up against you too. You understand? You know, a destroying wind. What is that destroying wind? You know what I mean? The things that's starting to be unleashed, you know what I'm saying, on Babylon right now, the wars. You know what I mean? The fuel done went up right now here, man. We gonna be affected by this, man. I done seen the fuel go up, man. The fuel go up in a matter of not even 2 weeks. It shot way up, man. Diesel, man, was probably priced at about $3.89. It's about $5 right now, man. It went up to $100 a barrel. They talking about now it could go up to $200 a barrel. You know what I mean? You know, for the price of oil. We gonna touch on this oil though. You know, that's a very intricate part of what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, we haven't brought up everything yet. All right, just follow along with me, okay? And you know, and you know, the you know, we seen the COVID-19 and different things, the Epstein files coming out. You know what I mean? The Most High is starting to reveal all of these different things, right? Verse 2, and was sent unto Babylon fanners, right? That shall fan her. You understand? You know, it's fanning this wind. You know what I mean? And destruction is starting to come on this place, man. You know what I'm saying? If you fan and add wind to a fire, it begins to spread. You understand? And shall empty her land. The Lord is going to empty this place, right? For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. All of these other nations, man, is going to turn, you know what I'm saying, eventually, man, against the Most High. Let's talk about NATO, man. Trump tried to ask NATO for a favor. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, you understand? He asked for a couple of carrier ships, I believe. You know what I mean? Some help from NATO, and they was kind of reluctant. He said the UK the prime minister said he needed to go talk with his team. Trump said, hold on, man. You the prime minister. You could do what you want to do. What you mean? You got to go talk with your team. You know? So Trump posed made a strike after that, and the UK posed came and, you know, was offering their services, and Trump said, well, nah, you know, I'm all right. But remember, though, how Trump was treating NATO and Ukraine and all of the allies at one time. You know, he was talking real big. He done went there and flexed his muscles on Venezuela and those countries that can't really protect themselves. Now he's fighting against more of a country, man, that could put up an actual fight. And they're being strategic with their fight. You understand? They know that they cannot beat America straight up. America, keep in mind now, don't get it twisted, got a very, very huge, got the biggest military that there is, right? But the war that we trying to fight is very cost effective. See, with the Iranians are trying to do, they fighting, like I said, them drones don't cost a lot, but they're doing a lot of damage. They trying to last in this war. They trying to drag this war out, and they trying to affect us economically. See what I'm saying? Those missiles that they dropping over there on Iran, they cost a lot of money, man. We've already spent, you know, billions of dollars, man, already being engaged in this war. You understand? Now them daggone Gulf states, right? They sell the oil. We gonna get into that. I don't want to go there right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go there right now. You know? Okay. Verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth up, against him that lifteth himself up, and his brigade bringing down. Bringing down is like, you know, like armor. You know what I'm saying? If you look up that word, it's like armor. You know, America, man, lifting themselves up. You know what I'm saying? You know, very, very prideful. You know, they lifting themselves up with their military. You know what I mean? With their you know, being a very rich country and having a history, the rich history that they've had, you understand, for so long now. Okay? Just like the Pharaoh did in Egypt. Right? You know what I mean? But what the Most High is doing, man, he's stirring up these nations, man. You know, and then even though America is inflicting, you know what I mean, this upon themselves, because they the ones going around starting things. Netanyahu, he been wanting to do this, been 40 years, but see, it was this one president right now that he got that, you know, all of a sudden now, after the Epstein files done came out, now after 40 years, you mean to tell me he finally got a president that will, you know, allow him to go ahead on and attack Iran? He got some dirt on, he blackmailing them. Because Netanyahu want to control, man, that Middle East. You understand? Same way they went over there, did what they did to Gaddafi, man. You know what I'm saying? Afghanistan, you know what I mean? Iraq, all these other countries, man, like they did to Saddam. Making up lies and all this and that, or why they wanted to go over there, man. America been trying to spread their policies and that democracy all over the world, man. And they already rich. You understand? I can't see the comments of anybody. Okay. Trump said for 20 years it was dumb to fight in the Middle East before these files came out. Right. Right. Y'all got our head, man. He said it was dumb to go over there. Why? Because they know that this could cause World War III. But now all of a sudden he over there. He over there. You understand? So you got to read in between the lines and see what's going on. But see, our people don't see what's going on. They in the club. They at the R&B block party at the Scope down there in Norfolk, Virginia. You understand? Fighting one another. 5 girls jumping on one other sister. You understand? We unaliving each other. Worried about a damn vacation. Worried about, you know what I'm saying, the job. Oh, look at my nice house. Look at my nice car. All this and that. Oblivious to what's going on. You know, brothers still out there, you know what I'm saying, in the game. Even with all the signs, we refuse to take our spirit from out of this place. You know what I mean? The damn Christian pastors, man, still got the they everybody celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. Hollering about some damn don't pinch me, I got my green on. And you know, our peoples are the biggest advocate of it. They ain't even Irish. They doing it bigger than the Irish man. They so simple, you can't even realize the Irish person is a Edomite, a white man. Why is you even celebrating it? What does it even have to do with you? You understand? These damn Christian pastors, man, and these leaders, man, all they worried about is the gain, what they can get. Meanwhile, this place is falling apart. We act like we don't care. We still talking about having some generational wealth in a place that's falling apart. I heard Trump say today, you heard Trump come with the slogan, make America great again. He talked about Biden and Kamala, the Democrats would have had another term, right? If they would have had another term, we wouldn't have a country right now. Why? I thought about that myself. I said, why would he say something like that? Even if it's a bad regime, why would he go so far to say we wouldn't have a country right now? See, the devil know that his time is running short, man. That's why the Most High is starting to allow all these things to happen, man. You understand? You know, the white man right now, America don't got the same respect that it had, especially with them files coming out. You know what I mean? It's starting to look real weak. You know what I mean? Let's keep on reading on him, man. Let the archer bend his bow, man. They're talking about war, man. You know what I'm saying? Spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye utterly all her hosts. You know what I mean? Most High gonna destroy all the hosts, man, the whole army. Don't spare nobody. You know what I'm saying? Young men or not. Verse 4. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans. You know what I mean? The slain, it's gonna be death over here, man. War gonna come to the United States. It's gonna be bombing over here soon. And they that are thrust through in her streets, the war gonna be coming here. You understand? Verse 5. For Israel have not been forsaken. But see, the Lord said we ain't been forsaken. The Lord said we have not been forsaken. And the Lord is doing all of these things, man, because guess what? Our deliverance is near. That's why we need to stay focused. The Most High is coming to take us from out of this place, man. Very, very soon. This is a time for you to be focused. You understand? Nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. You know what I mean? You know, we don't serve that time here in this captivity, man. You know what I mean? You know, our people we don't be been so much of a slave, man. We don't even realize we slaves here. You know, we done got comfortable here, man. We done try to get a part of this American dream, a part of the so-called pie. But because we just can't fathom, you understand what the Most High got for us. We ain't free here. Still getting shot in the streets and things of that nature. You know what I mean? You know, paying property taxes, slaving all day. You know, barely making ends meet. Our people out there strung out. You know, we mass incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? But some of us that may have a good job in a decent apartment and a house and a little small bank account think that, you know what I mean, we doing something. Right? The scripture said it, man. They would still be marrying and giving in marriage. Right? Still out here running around having sex, having a good time, getting high, getting drunk, having orgies. These are things that we are into, man. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you know what I mean? America is falling. This empire that we in, man, is being set up to be destroyed. And we still cannot see the big picture. Right? Do not get distracted about all of these things, man. You know what I mean? Because you can easily be pulled in even at a time like this. We done, like I said before, I'm gonna reiterate it. We done had a couple of brothers and sisters fall up out the truth recently. You understand? And you know, I'm gonna tell you something. As things begin to get worse, the economy, the oppression, the things that our people are not gonna know what to do. And Pastor Pork Chop ain't gonna be there for them. You know what I mean? Everything that we are going through now, the officers in here, man, down from the captains, man, to the officers and the troopers, man, and even you sisters, man, the things that we are going through, and some of the heartaches that you have had, you will be able to understand and see why the Most High took you through those things, man. It's been a training and a preparation going on, you know what I'm saying, up in here, man, for the things that's about to transpire, the things that's about to come, to make you strong, you know what I mean, when that day comes, to allow you to be able to trust in the Most High as this thing unravels. You understand? Let's read a little bit more, man. Verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Destruction is coming here. You got to take your spirit up out of here. If you don't want to be a part of what's going to take place to this place. I'm going to tell you another thing I done seen, man. The weather is going crazy. Just so recently, it was a storm, high winds, winter storm in the top part of the country. You had the tornado, the storm just hit the so-called east coast of the country. Over there, California area, you have it heat waves. There's been some shootings too. It was a shooting at ODU and ODU. You understand? That's probably about 10 minutes away from the school. Made the news. Okay. Iran talking about waking up some sleeper cells over here, man. So don't be surprised if some of these Iranians start to go off and blowing up some banks and you know, causing some havoc over here. Okay. This is why we have to stay focused on the big picture. You know what I mean? Let me get a little bit more of this. And deliver every man his soul. Deliver yourself, man. Save yourself. Save. Don't try to stay in the midst of the plagues. Don't try to be a part of the destruction. Because if you don't come from up out of this place and out of the ways and the things that you're doing, you know, doing what you think you want to do, you want to keep getting high. You want to keep, you know what I'm saying, being out there committing crime, running around having illicit sex, running around unaliving your brother, running around sleeping with your brother's wife, being focused on your degree and your education and your the Omega Say 5, want to be a part of the Boule, want to be accepted in the American society, want to hate your own people, want to be a Christian pastor and take the people's money and fool them, right? Want to keep being a part of that Christianity, the Islam. Want to keep worried about partying and all this and that. Worried about your job all the time. Which ain't nothing wrong with having a job. But see, a lot of it, that's all we worried about. Talk about how you know my big house, what I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's hard to get caught up into that allure because that's what's going on in the world, right? Let me get a couple more scriptures out of this before I go on. Okay, all right. Be not cut off in her iniquity. See that? Don't have yourself cut off because you want to keep staying in America. This is America's judgment, not yours, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian man. This is not your this is not yours to deal with. You want to keep running into the damn white man's military. And then we so simple as parents thinking we got all the sense. You sending your damn encouraging your kids to go over there. You're so simple, you ain't even realizing we're in the midst of World War III and you're sending your kids to get killed. Because that's what's gonna happen. Then you're gonna be hollering about, oh yeah, they served it, they got that dumbass funeral, blowing the trumpets with a damn folded up American flag. You don't went over there and died for the white man, which is simple self. Then sent your kids, encourage them to go over there. Do not encourage your kids to go fight that white man war. Even Iran said, hey, black man, this ain't for you. Iran even said that, but that was strategic as well. You understand? Because they done had us in captivity too. So we ain't gonna be fooled with that. Right? And like I said, man, if anybody got anything to say on this topic, you know, just chime in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid, you know, chime on in. Anybody got anything, you know what I'm saying, that they want to say on this topic, man. You know what I mean? This is an open discussion, you know what I mean? And feel free. Okay. Until then, I suppose I'll just keep talking. All right. Okay. Now, where we at? Let me see. Let me see. All right. Oh, right. For this is the time of the hey, this is the time of the Most High's vengeance. It's going down. It's on. Wake up. Wake up. You understand? It's on, man. He will render unto her a record. It's time for America to get, man, get back everything that it has done, man. It's time for this place to be destroyed. But you still talk about generational wealth. Hey, man, I'm trying to build generational wealth, man. I got this, you know what I'm saying, banging business, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm trying to leave it to my kids, man. I'm trying to make me $1 million, man. This and that. You simple Negro, you know what I mean? These people is not gonna let you, man, you too late in the game to get generational wealth, brother. It ain't gonna happen. And even the ones of us that they've allowed to be successful, which they done sold they sold. We done found that out now. All of them sold, all your rappers you've been looking up to, you know what I mean? Puff Daddy, everybody, you know what I mean? Now we'll say this for Puff Daddy, they done locked him up, but what about all these goddamn white devils that's been up there on Epstein Island, eating children, drinking blood, doing all type of wickedness in the earth? You understand? It has not been one arrest yet. You done brought out some files with no goddamn arrest. Come to con, the U.S. is losing this war. They getting messed up over there. Right. Right. That's why Trump calling on NATO. You understand? You know, and we don't, you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. You got to sit back. You got to gauge this war and watch what happened at the end. You see what I'm saying? If it's gonna die there, or is it going to keep going? You know what I mean? Some of you, you know what I mean, really be into the news and things of that nature. What you think? Is it gonna keep going, or is it gonna die down? You know what I mean? Let me know, right? Okay, where we at? All right, verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, right? You know, a golden cup, right? That made all the earth drunken. Everybody done took, you know, a part of America. Those Gulf nations over there, they done got rich off America. And they put these little puppet uh, 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 leaders over there and some of those places, man. That where we dealing right now, and we doing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, business over there as far as with the oil. Everything is at a standstill right now. You know what I mean? We're gonna get more into that. The nations have drunk enough her wine. These other nations, these other races, man, they don't partake in these things. You know what I mean? A lot of money flowed through America, a lot of trade, a lot of, you know, a lot of nations that got rich off this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, the nations are mad. They mad with these policies. You know what I mean? They done took a part of that golden cup. America has been very valuable to the earth as far as when it comes to gain. But what they've been drinking on, you know, they mad. It's foolishness. It's wickedness. You understand? They done got so rich. They ain't thinking America could be touched. A lot of these nations that's done took a part of this country, man. You know what I mean? They don't feel like America. They feel like they protected. Right now, America's not protecting some of those people they got over there in the Middle East that we do business with for us when it comes to the oil. How you think they feel about that? How you think they feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting us bombed, America, goddamn. Let's keep going on, man. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, man. This place gonna be suddenly destroyed out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. Howl for her. Cry for it. Take balm for her pain. Get some healing balm and heal her. You know what I mean? If so, be she may be healed. We gonna want to heal this place, man. We don't want to see America fall. See, a lot of our people don't like this stuff. Oh Lord, I hope, you know, this thing don't you know, keep going on. Trump messing up the country. Democrats and the Republicans is fighting against each other. That's another thing. The legislative system is destroyed. Trump doing what he want to do. You know, the judicial branch, the executive branch, the legislative branch, they're not going according to that. There's no more checks and balances right now, man. Democrats, they fight, they also fighting within. You understand? You know? So verse 8. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon. See that? We would have healed Babylon, man. Because we love this place, man. Love this, we love being slaves. You know what I mean? But she is not healed. You can't heal her. You can't save America. This place going down. You feel me? Forsake her. Forsake it, man. Get out while you can. You know what I mean? And let us go, everyone, into his own country. You know what I mean? For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, is lifted up even to the skies. You know what I mean? The Lord is sick of this place, man. The Lord is sick of this place, man. This place is going down. You know, and the time is just coming. The time is really, really running short, man. And because of this, man, we got the Lord is warning us to, you know, take our spirits from out of this place. Right? This place is falling. Okay? And there's nothing that we can do, you know, to save America. You shouldn't want to save America. You understand? But again, we've been so destroyed as a people, right? That's what we want to do because we comfortable here. No, we done got comfortable here, man. We don't understand, you know, really what's going on here, right? Okay. Let's try. Let me see. Babylon is falling to rise no more. That's right. You know what I mean? Right. Hey, this is the perfect time to chat. You know what I mean? To get that chat, man. That war chat. You know what I'm saying? See where we want to go at now, man. See where we want to go. And so to continue on, you got thousands of people dying in the Middle East right now. Okay, Officer Yaga, I got up here. Can't really see it too much. Yes, lucky I can't see. I might need to try to blow up my screen. You know, I'm limited to my you know, what I could do right now. You know what I'm saying? 5,000 Marines called in so far to Iran. Okay, okay, right. 5,000 Marines, man, that called in to Iran. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, this thing, you know what I'm saying? This thing getting heavy. Meanwhile, what do we focus on? You know what I'm saying? Where should we be focused on? Meanwhile, right? Let's grab that Matthew 6 and 33 real quick, man. That Matthew 6 and 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God. You know what I mean? We supposed to be focused on the kingdom. It say first what? Seek ye first a job. You know, seek ye first going to the club. Seek ye first trying to have houses, cars, and achieving all the things that people want in America. Seek ye first, your family. No, it say seek ye first, man, the kingdom of God, man, and his righteousness. Learn what it's like to be righteous, man. You know what I mean? Learn what it's like to come from up out of this place, man. You know what I'm saying? To take your spirit from up out of this place. Because all we know to do is the wrong thing. You got to be trained in righteousness. You understand? And all these things should be added unto you. You know what I mean? The Lord, help you provide for your family, you know, and get the job and all that. But you got to put him first. Make sure we stay focused and keeping our priorities right. You understand? You do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But we still got to make sure, man, that we keeping these commandments, man, and we stay focused, man, because Satan is at work, man, and what I mean, he definitely, trying to take us up out of this truth, you know, you know, you just got to stay focused, and I like verse 32 as well, right? It says, for after all these things do the Gentiles seek. See all the other nations, man, America seeking all these things. They got plenty of wealth. They still going after, these things of the world. Our people still chasing these things, man. Material things. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But like I said, man, like a lot of brothers, man, like I tell you, like, it's this thing, like, if you don't got it in this world, you ain't nobody. Right? But if you got righteousness, if you keeping these commandments, man, you might be walking on your 2 feet, man. But you better than that wicked brother that's only concerned with themselves. Yeah, he might ride past you in a Benz, got some old, frivolous Jews on, whatever. I mean, you're better than him. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? You better than him, man. Or you're better than her, sister. You know what I mean? She might got a better career, or she may have a degree or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You know, some are high value man, you know what I mean? But sister, know that you're better than her. Why? Because you righteous. In the world, they don't see nothing but, yeah, right. That's it, man. That's all it's about. And if you ain't got the bag, you ain't really nothing in the world. They running around here thinking they all this and that because of what they have. But really, you ain't nothing. And you go die with this place. You know what I'm saying? Iran is targeting Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Palantir, and Oracle. A job ain't gonna stop them missiles. Right, right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you something. Iran mad, man. Iran mad. They done killed, like I said, they killed the supreme leader. The son might be injured. They killed 165 girls in that school. And they think now they want to come and talk about some peace talk. And they lied to them. They posted, had peace with them a couple of times, but they lied to them. They lied to them, right? We're gonna drop that. You know what I'm saying? And now let's talk about your dedication to teach, even on the road of experiment and matter. At the water, Most High Christ, sis, you know what I'm saying? Most High Christ, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to, practice a little bit what I preach, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm out here, right? Right, sis. Okay, they go Tower Bob. How you doing, sis? You know what I'm saying? At the water. You know what I mean? Most High Christ. But it's just, man, we got to continue to stay focused, man. They struck them while they was having the peace meeting. America and Israel is right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Also, they struck them while they were having a peace meeting. They talking about having peace with Iran. Iran not gonna trust them no more. So this war gonna keep going on. You know what I'm saying? Iran done start hitting all what is it? Kuwait. It's a lot of, it's called the Gulf states, man. Those are the ones that's allied with us. They got these puppet leaders over there. The US bases was over there. Know what I mean? Iran struck them to disarm them, which they should have, because they in the same region. That's very strategic of them. You understand? To make sure that they don't get no backlash from them. You know what I mean? They bombing the hell out of Israel. You know what I mean? You know? Okay, so what's going on? These countries, man, we deal with them. Why? Because they got oil. They cannot sell their oil right now. What they've been doing is selling their oil. We know that what? America is only holding on, man. The debt is not able to really affect America right now. Why? Because everybody back, the oil is the main commodity in the world. And you have to use American dollars. We talked about this before, called the petrodollar. So these countries are selling the oil. Other countries are coming to buy the oil in American dollars. And then they also funneling those American dollars right back through the United States. Right now, they have did what? The Strait of Hormuz is where a lot of this oil flows is shut down right now. That's why Trump, he bombed Cargo Island. He hit everything with up Iran's oil supply, main oil supply. Okay, here we go. Iran is only letting China get oil through the strait. Right, exactly. Only China is allowed now to get the oil through the Strait of Hormuz. You know what I mean? You understand? These countries also are trying to make a way, man, to break away from using that petrodollar. You understand? That's why they killed Gaddafi. He was trying to break away from using it. You have to buy oil in the Chinese yen, not the dollar, or you can't get your ships through. See that? Boom. Now they ban. The only way you're gonna get your ships through, you're gonna get oil if you buy with Chinese money. You see what's going on? Now let me tell you what's gonna happen. If that happened, I know Officer Yagadar already agree with me on that. If that petrodollar fall, we don't open up that Strait of Hormuz here soon. Economically, we are definitely going to be hurting over here. You think these little rises in the gas prices or something? Oh no. Prices are gonna shoot up. And now people don't know. They still partying. They still having a good time. They still getting high. They still worried about, going to school and getting a damn degree, you know, trying to fit into this society, you know. And that's why, man, I wanted to bring this out, because these things are going to, they are going to affect us. You know what I'm saying? They are going to affect us, right? But guess what? The Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. Now, you got to keep in mind, remember, when the Lord began to affect Egypt with all the plagues, it destroyed the Egyptian economy. You know what I mean? But when a lot of the plagues was going on, the Lord was protecting us. Remember when he brought the darkness all upon the land? We was over there in Goshen with light. See what I'm saying? Let me give you let me give you an example of matter of fact, hold 1 second. We gonna go to second Ezra's okay. All right. Yeah, it's going down. Second Ezra's chapter 15. Gonna start at verse 5. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, say of the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. You understand? The Lord is bringing plagues upon this society, man. You know what I mean? The Iranians are strategically trying to cripple the U.S. economy. And China, China is loving this right now. You think China not going to support that? You understand? The sword, right? Famine. It may be a famine in the land here soon. Death and destruction. Thousands dying over there in the Middle East right now, man. You know what I mean? Verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You know what I mean? Because we know who's running the earth. The earth given into the hand of wicked. And we know with those we have just seen with the fowls, what they're doing. How wicked these people really are. You see what I'm saying? And their hurtful works are fulfilled. The Lord is tired, man. Fulfilled mean that's it, It got to happen. And with the Lord, man, is beginning to do is pull these plagues down. He's starting to allow things to unravel, and we going into that time, man. You know what I mean? And that's why we got to stay focused. Right? Verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Hey, listen, you ever done bit your tongue? Somebody kept doing something to you, and you let it ride. You let it ride till you just couldn't take it no more. That's how you know this Bible was written by black people, man. Like, I ain't gonna bite my tongue no more about it. I've been quiet long enough. I done had enough. That's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's skip down to verse 14. Skip down to verse 14, man. No, we got to wake up, man. We got to stay focused. A lot of our people gonna have to suffer, man. Unfortunately. Verse 14. They call America Israel the Epstein regime. The whole world is beginning to turn against this place. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, officer, y'all that I brought out was heavy, man. You understand? What it say, man? The book of Isaiah, man, the Lord done disposed poured up the skirt on this place, man. Made bare the legs. You can see all America shame now. You know what I mean? And Thessalonians, it says that, before the Lord, the Most High come back, that, that man of sin would be revealed. How many would agree that that man of sin is starting to be revealed? Can we agree there? You know what I'm saying? Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It said, woe mean destruction, right? with an exclamation point. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right? The destruction is drawing near. Be right there at the door. And one people should stand up to fight against another. You understand? One people, two different races, man, fighting up against another. Right? And swords in their hands. Guns in their hands, man. We're in a time of war right now, man. That's where we at. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Most High Christ, we at a time of war. Verse 16. You know what I'm saying? For there shall be sedition among men. You know what I mean? We already seen January the 6th what they did. There's gonna be some insurrection going on. The white man gonna see all this. He gonna start to rise up. The farmers already mad. They voted for Trump. You know, and the damn ICE running around taking all the Hispanic brothers and sisters. They was doing all the work. Now the farmers crying and complaining. You know what I mean? This place going down, man. And I just was reiterating this. I know we hear this all the time, but I myself wanted to reiterate, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that brothers and sisters stay focused. And like I said, brothers and sisters have recently left the truth. Now we pray, you know, they come back. You understand? But this is not the time, is what I'm saying, to leave the truth, to allow yourself to get discouraged. It's the wrong time. You know, we all done had our time in the world. You know what I mean? We done had our time, man. And also, man, to be aware and have a clear, vivid picture of what's going on out here. So even though we in the truth, we can be prepared. But thank the Most High. You understand? Because guess what? By being in here, we are prepared. The people out there in the world they oblivious. They don't know what's going on. Only thing they waiting on is Friday night. Getting off the slave and rolling up a blunt. Having a drink. You understand? Going to go get up with the girl tonight. Going to go get up with some random dude all up in the damn club. Still talking about birthday parties and all of this foolishness. Thinking they slick, riding around in their nice cars and with their jewels on. That's it. You know what I mean? But oblivious to this very conversation that we're having tonight. Oblivious. Don't have a clue. And if you was to try to tell half of them, they wouldn't even hear it. This thing is serious, man. You know what I mean? You know, and we blessed to hear. Like I said, if you a brother here, I don't give a damn if you walking on 2 feet. You know what I mean? You are better than that brother that's not in the truth, wicked as hell, that's flaunting himself around like he's somebody, not knowing this brother is about to die in the damn plagues that the Most High is about to bring upon this earth. Everything that he's trusting in is going to fail him. Make sure you fight now to put your faith solely in the Most High. Our faith got to be stronger than ever before. You understand? Okay, verse 16. Right, sedition, okay, and invading one another. You know what I mean? People turning on each other. Nations, countries invading. We trying to invade Iran. Israel invading Lebanon. You understand? They should not regard their kings nor princes. You know what I mean? You know, we had that attack, man, here. They didn't regard, you know what I'm saying, nobody. It's going down like that now. You know, not going to trust in the leaders no more, man. You know, they're not going to have the same power that they had. and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People gonna be out here doing whatever they want to do, man. Nobody gonna regard the government no more. You understand? These are times that we coming to. This is what Ezra was seeing and was trying to tell us. Verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. You ain't gonna be able to free to travel no more like that. Go from here to there. You know what I'm saying? Travel is going to be restricted. I heard something out they pay. Oh, to get out of Iran, you got to pay about $1,000 for a plane ticket, something like that. Know what I mean? Anybody hip to that? You know, travel gonna be restricted, man. You know, that's why sometimes we say, man, this might be one of the last Passovers. You know, verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, right? They bring a trouble on this place, man, because they think they can go in the earth and do what they want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to humble this place, man. Donald Trump was already calling on NATO, calling for help. You know what I mean? The houses shall be destroyed. It's going to be destruction over here. All our big treasure cities, Miami, Las Vegas, California. You know, you're going to see all this stuff destroyed, man. You know what I mean? They wasn't letting them leave at all at first, right? You know what I mean? People trying to get away from the destruction. You know what I mean? We got to be aware, man. You know? The houses said, and men should be afraid. Men gonna be afraid. You know? You know, all our people out here right now in the world chasing after this place, they gonna be afraid. You understand? But at a time like this, we shouldn't fear, because these things got to happen. Because why even is the Lord even doing this? He's doing it for us, to deliver us out of this place, right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. You know what I mean? Man about to not even care about his next door neighbor, and it's about to get bad. They're going to tell you why in a minute. Hold on. But shall destroy their houses with the sword. There's going to be people running up in houses, man, with them guns, man. That's what's about to start. And spoil they're taking everything out their house. Why? Because of the lack of bread. Lack of money, lack of bread, lack of food. All of these different things. People are going to be hungry, man. They're going to be running around scavenging, looking for things. And it's been like this before in the past. You know what I mean? We was eating our own children at one time because of a famine in the land. You know what I'm saying? And we won't be doing that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. And for great tribulation, because there's going to be a great tribulation coming. Right? We got to be aware of this. Let's go to Psalms 91. I'm going to drop that. Let's go to Psalms. With that being said, let's go to, Psalms 91. Hold on. Yeah, while we get that ported up, give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me get 1 minute. Got a little short briefing.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden, the chosen, bow down and
It's that time of year. We gonna be in Houston, Texas, from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dances, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to ISUPK.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
Right. Okay. We back. Salakia. We in the Psalms 91, man. And with all these things going on, you know what I'm saying, that's going on right now. Like I said, we got to stay focused, you know what I mean? And things of that nature, right? Let's start at let's read Psalm 91 verse 1 real quick. I'm gonna skip down. Psalms 91 verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So we're going to be under the protection of the Most High in the secret place in the ISUPK. You understand? You know what I mean? Just like when the waters began to rain upon the earth. You understand? What did the Lord do, man? For all of the righteous. He had Noah to construct the boat. See what I'm saying? You know, the Lord always provided a way out. You know what I mean? Like I said, when the plagues was coming upon Egypt, man, the Lord kept us safe, man. Doing those plagues, man. That's why we about to celebrate the Passover. You know what I mean? Because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, he put that a lamb's blood on the doorpost when that angel of death came. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? They seen that blood of the lamb up there. You was passed over. You understand? You got the spirit of the Most High. When these plagues coming upon the earth, man, we're gonna be protected. Okay, verse 2. I will say of the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress. That's what you got to do. Not America. It ain't say I'm gonna say of my job. I'm gonna say of this package. I'm gonna say of this weed, these drugs, this woman, this man, this system. I'm gonna go vote for a change. No, it says, I will say of the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and Him will I trust. You supposed to put your trust in Him. We got our trust in the wrong thing. We don't put our trust in a sinking ship. How can you trust in a sinking ship? You understand? Verse 3. Skip down to verse 5. Let's skip down to verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night. Not going to be afraid, man. Nor for the arrow that flies by day. That arrow, that missile. You understand? The missiles being launched right now. This is where you got to put your mind at, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. You know what I mean? Any type of plagues or the diseases, the COVID-19. You know what I mean? All of these different things, man. Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Right? When that nuclear destruction comes. Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side. You're going to see 1,000 people fall, man. And 10,000 at their right hand. 10,000 at your right hand. But it should not come nigh thee. That's what you got to put your trust. It's not going to come near you. That's why the Lord is urgent and saying to us, come out of her. come out of her, that you be not partaker of her plagues. Right? Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Now, I mean, this is the reward of the wicked, man. You know, you go sit back and see it. These things got to happen, but don't be afraid. That's what the scripture telling us. But it is alarming us that these things are going to happen. Right? Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge, right? Your refuge, your safety. Even the Most High, thy habitation. You know what I mean? You decide to put your trust, you know what I mean, in the Most High. Verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee. No evil is going to come. This evil that's coming on this world, man, and to a lot of our brothers and sisters, man, we protected in this. And those of you listening in this class, man, you know what I'm saying? You're protected in here. Think about what's going on outside of this class, outside of this zone, the UPK. You know what I mean? You know, they're vulnerable. It's destruction out there, man. Right? Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. The plagues is not going to come now. That's why the Lord say, what? Come out of her so you receive none of her plagues. He letting you know, look, man, I'm about to do some destruction in this place. Y'all better get it together. Y'all better get right. And those of us that is in the truth, we got to be prepared. That's why the Lord say, gather together, O nation that desire. He said that for a reason, because he know what he about to do. He done had enough. You understand? Go drop that, man. You go drop that. Let's go back to we're gonna talk about this oil a little bit. Go back to Revelations 18. I want to show y'all something as far as the economics. And we've talked about this before as well, but I'm gonna just, point a few things out. Yeah, I'm gonna just point a few things out. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's start at verse. Okay. Let's start at verse Revelations 18 and verse 8. Let's start at verse 8. And we'll just go down. You know what I'm saying? We'll just go down. Revelations chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore, okay, let him pull it up. All right. Therefore, shall her plagues come in one day. See that? One day, man. It's going to come fast. No, the Lord about to release it. He already that destroying wind he was talking about in Jeremiah. This been prophesied. This is going to happen. Okay? You can bet that. Put your faith in that. You know what I mean? All right? Death and mourning. It's going to be a lot of death, man. A lot of mourning, a lot of crime, man. And famine. See that? They go that word famine again. We might have to prepare for a famine. You understand? And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. This place is going to, that fire is what? The nuclear war. That's where we at right now. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. The Most High say, the scripture say the Most High is strong that judge her. You understand? Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her. All these other nations, them Gulf states over there in the Middle East and all the allies, you know what I'm saying, that live good with America, man. Guess what? Shall bewail her and lament for her. Why they gonna be bewailing and lamenting, crying? When they shall see the smoke of her, they're gonna see this place up in flame. They would have never believed it, man. They've been eating good off America, getting rich with this place, man. You know what I mean? And you see this place start to go down. And when it's utterly destroyed, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna shock a lot of people, man. You know what I mean? A lot of these nations. Verse 10, standing afar off. Hold on. Yeah. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is that judgment come. They thought it would never happen. They're gonna be like, wow, really? America gone? Yeah, man, America gone. It's gone now as we speak. It's up right now. But it's going, you know, that's why I say the things that we done, you know, whatever you accumulate here, or it don't even matter, man. You know, and our people is still out there, you know, really chasing these things, man. You know, like I said, you do what you got to do. I'm not saying don't invest or whatever. You understand? You know, get you some supplies or something, man. Prepare for this rainy day. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be using, the, you know, the money for. You know, and being in the position, man, if we can, to help each other. You know what I mean? To put our resources together. You know? Okay. All right. At verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. You know what I mean? All about it that's been doing business with America, man, they're gonna weep and mourn. Why? Not so much because they love America, but they love what America was doing for them. Right? For no man buy of their merchandise anymore. See what I'm saying? A lot of business, like I said, it flow through here. That's straight up for moves being closed down right now. It's stopping a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? This thing about to get real, man. When a man can't eat, man, you already know how that go. You understand? Let's go to verse 13. It's something I want to point out in here. Verse 13. Right? It says in cinnamon and odors. These are, you know, some of the resources and things that's being traded, you know, the business in which they are doing all over the earth. This is going on right now. You know what I mean? And ointments and frankincense, right? And wine and oil. See that? And oil. What's being held up right now? The oil, right? The oil. That petrodollar. That's how America staying afloat. That's how the prices are able to stay down. Things are able to stay affordable. That got to flow in order for the economy to flow. If that stop, everything goes up. On top of we at war too. You know how ugly that can get? And fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves. Who was the slaves? We were. That's how America got so rich, man. 400 years, man, of slavery. You understand? It's time for this place to get judged, man. You know, and I just wanted to bring that out, right? You know what I'm saying? These are the things, man, that's going on. These are things, man, that's going on in the earth right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We done touched on this oil. They done stopped this oil from flowing, you know, and that's something strategic of Iran. They thought Iran was going to just, they'd be able to go in there and just, you know, and do what they want to do with them people, man, you know. And what we got to do, we got to sit back and just see how these things is going to play out. You know what I mean? In the near future, man. Be prepared of if prices start to rise. You know, I don't know the ending outcome of the situation. Like I said, if it's going to die down, if it's going to keep going, or whatever. Now we do know the ultimate ending. You know, we definitely know the ultimate ending, man, and what's going to take place and what's going to happen to America. It's going to be destroyed. You can bet that. It's going to be things that's leading up to the destruction. You can bet that. You know what I'm saying? But this particular situation that we in right now is very interesting to see where it's going to go and to see what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because, you know, this war, these oil prices going up, it affects the economy, man, a lot of different ways. It's going to affect the shipping of goods within the country, the stock market, you know what I'm saying? The 401k, because everything is connected. And it can create a lot of famine. You know, people are really starting to turn against each other. And see, that's what the black woman, man, still out there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our sisters, man, still out there, you know, twerking on a handstand and this and that, hollering about something, I don't need no man and this and that. But see, when people start running up in these houses, man, with them guns and this and that, you know, they gonna prey on the weak first. Some woman alone with her children. And in that day, that's why it'd be good, man, to have brothers, you know, to depend on, man. But, you know, like I said, man, the brothers and sisters in here, we don't got to fear. We don't got to worry about a whole lot of those things, man. We're gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Like I said, this was just a something to reiterate. Brothers and sisters, staying focused. You know, not falling out the truth. You know, during this time, man. This is not the time. You know, and the Lord already was telling us in the scripture that these things will happen. He letting us know so we can just prepare ourselves. Not to be afraid, not to be worried, not just prepare yourself. Stay strong. And then Psalms 91, man, when we were seeing all the destruction around us, all the 10,000 bodies over here, 1,000 bodies here, we was in the chariots, being brought up. You know what I mean? Being taken up in the church. You know what I'm saying? We coming back to the kingdom. This place gotta fall. Esau the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning. The Lord bringing this destruction for what was done to his people. So we can't wait to see this place fall, man. So we can finally get our reward, man. So we can really finally, you know, start being enslaved, man. Getting, you know, slain in the streets, man. You know, having to work all day just to give it right back to the man. You know, the way they got the system orchestrated. You working just to pay the rent. We still in the plantation. Because you make your money and you got to pay that high rent, that car note, that car insurance, the property tax, the food bill, the taxes for everything you get. We got to go back clothes. You know what I mean? So we working just to give it all back. You understand? Enough of us have been shot down in the streets, man. Enough of us have been, you know what I'm saying, out there, man, you know, strung out. Sisters out there drinking for a piece of crack cocaine that this regime has put into our neighborhoods, killing us with the chemical warfare, man. We done unalive enough for each other. We done been here long enough not knowing who the hell we are. Thinking we are damn African American. We done been here long enough being misled, man, by our leaders. We done been here long enough being hung on trees. We done been here long enough just outright suffering in poverty. Struggling to feed our kids. We done been here long enough suffering with the sugar diabetes and the cancer and the high blood pressure, the heart attacks. We done been here long enough and seeing our youth die out in the street. We done been here long enough seeing our people catch life sentences. You know, we done been here long enough being misled by our own people, man. By them cowards. Just so they can have a position. Because they're a bunch of hoes for $1. They're a bunch of niggas that are bend over and take some rod for $1. And blow some rod too. And sell out their own people for $1. You know, in the book of Maccabees, man, say, man, show yourself a man in behalf of these laws, man. You know what I mean? By standing up as a man and keeping these laws, man. That's why I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? If you standing up in here, man, keeping these laws, man, you might ain't got this or got that, man, but you better than a whole lot of brothers out here. And you need to know that. Don't let Satan get in your mind and make you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you less of a man. Because you ain't got the same thing some other wicked brother got down, unjust means. You understand? You know? We got to continue to fight, man. You know? The Lord gonna do what he do, you know what I'm saying? But his message to us is, in the midst of all of this, just stay strong. Make sure we continue to, you know, take our spirit from out of this place. Don't get influenced by the things around you. If you gotta shut that social media, get off that Facebook, get up off of it. You know, or be on the we got the, for the brothers, we got the Brotherhood page. I'm talking about, a lot of stuff you see in the world that may be influential. Certain brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? You done try to give them the message. If they don't want to hear it, before you allow yourself to be sucked back in, hey, keep that brother or sister in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. You know? Keep that brother or sister in prayer, man. But as for us in here, man, we got to continue to, you know what I mean, stay strong and keep pushing and keep doing what we do. Right? Because it say what? The only one going to be saved is the one that can endure to the end. You know? You know? The soldier, man, it's definitely the time period to really take up that soldierhood. You know what I mean? That masculinity. You know what I mean? You know, sisters being strong. Staying strong like the sisters is doing up in here. Sticking by their man. You understand? It's that time, man. It's that time. There's a whole lot going on, man. A whole lot going on. Our people, man, is caught up into all type of things, man. You know what I mean? And then the ones that so-called themselves, striving, they into the Islam and the damn hotel and all of this foolishness, you know, you know. Just pray, man, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, man, wake them up. And most importantly, man, I pray the Most High keep myself, you know what I'm saying, and the brothers and sisters that's already in this goddamn truth, man. You know what I mean? And then we got to stay strong for what? The next brother or sister, right? That got to come into the truth. See what I'm saying? You know? Got to stay strong, man. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, give yourselves a hand, man. You know what I mean? Give yourselves a hand for staying strong, and continue to, to stay strong, endure this hardship, man. Like a good soldier, endure this hardship like a good soldier, man. You know what I mean? We look at, that work ethic of the men, you know what I'm saying, above us, man, you know what I'm saying? And we got to mimic that and continue to just keep pushing forward, man. Every day, man. Push it forward, you know? Just push it forward, man. You know what I'm saying? Staying encouraged, you know, staying encouraged, you know. Also, man, you know, staying in prayer, you know, fasting. That's what you got to do to fight that flesh, you know, to pray that the Lord give you that courage that we're gonna need in these detrimental times. You understand? You know, to be able to cleave to another brother, to be able to cleave to another sister. You know what I mean? In these times, you know, because you know what I'm saying, the Lord, man, like I said, Joel, man, you know what I mean? The Lord is sucking these nations in. He's sucking these nations in, man. I mean, you can see this thing going down right before your eyes. You know, you can see it going down, man, right before your eyes. You know, right before your eyes, it's going down, right? You know, and see one thing about this devil, man, he gonna lead himself right into this war. You know, like it says here in Psalm 10, Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. It says that the wicked man, through the pride of his countenance. You know, even Donald Trump, he's a very prideful individual. You know, these devils been very prideful. They don't think they can fall. Will not seek after God. They don't believe in God, man. Them Israelis over there, man, they don't believe in God. They just using the religion. They took their identity as to have a right to the land, but they don't really believe in God at all. And the religion, man, they using that just a way to be able to, you know, start wars, man. Like I say, a lot of wars been fought in the name of religion. They use the religion to enslave us. They don't believe in God at all. You understand? Will not see after God. God is not in all his thoughts. Lord, they ain't thinking about God, man. Know what I mean? They're not thinking about God. Know what I mean? And we're gonna pour this one last scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? Revelations 3, man. I'm sure all of y'all know this scripture. All of y'all know this scripture. Revelations 3. But the Israelis over there, America, they not thinking about. They don't believe in God, man. We know what these people are, man. This how you know what we dealing with. Let me see. Revelations. Hold on 1 second. Okay, verse 9. Verse 9. Revelations 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. That's what them Jews is over there, man. The synagogue of Satan, man. Nah, I mean, them people are the followers of Satan, and they've proved that. Know what I mean? Just so recently with them files, man, which say they are Jews. They over there professing and stole their identity. You understand? To be able to take hold of that land, fighting a war in the name of religion. They get more power. You know what I'm saying? Over there in the Middle East, and it's gonna backfire on. And are not. The Lord know they ain't, but do lie. That's all they do is lie. You know what I'm saying? Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. They're going to bow down before our feet, man. That's our reward. And to know that I have loved thee. They're going to know that we are the chosen people of God, man. The world, they already know we the real Jews, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, because you keep this word, man, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. You know what I mean? Because you keep the word, man, the Lord going to keep us, man, in that hour of temptation. You know what I'm saying? Which shall come upon all the world. It's going to come upon the whole world. It's destruction. Because we kept his word. That's what you got to do. That's why I said you got to stay focused. We got to stay focused. To try them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Hold on to what you got. The Lord said, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hold on to it. Don't let this truth go like some brothers and sisters have done. Don't get afraid during this time. The Lord done laid it all out for it. That no man take that crown. Hey, man, stay in here, man. Get that crown. Get that crown, man. Keep fighting. You know what I mean? Hey, look, man, with that, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the class, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, the water, man, you know what I mean? For everybody tuning in, the water, the Officer Yagadar, you know what I'm saying? For the constant work he been putting in, you know what I mean? Helping me out with the class tonight. You know what I mean? My brother, Officer Yagadar, you know what I'm saying? Allowing me to hold the class tonight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that tuned in tonight, man, and that was listening, man. Once again, this is the ISUPK, man. You know what I'm saying? Started in 1 West, you know what I mean? Under Commander General Yohana, 125th Street, man. You know what I mean? Harlem, New York. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabarakatah to the Akinyum, man. Yahweh Shemar, the Thun Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, man. To the Atwathia, man. Till next time, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Stay strong. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And you know what time it is. It's the Lord's 57th annual Passover. And it's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. Don't forget, bring your family, bring your friends. Because this is going to be the time that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans can come under one roof in one house and to serve the Lord. It's that time. $200 per person. Don't forget, over the age of 17. Don't forget the Lord's Passover. It's coming.
Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written.